BurtonExpert.com today. We have got a great guest joining us today here on the line. Damon joins us, and he has just an incredible background, and I'm glad we were able to get him today here on our broadcast. Damon Burton joins us, expert, energetic marketer on sales without selling, and he joins us today here on the telephone. Welcome to the broadcast, my friend. How are you?
Hey, James. Thanks. I'm good. This is so bizarre. I don't know if you know, but I did 7 years in radio, so I'm having flashbacks.
Fantastic. Well, I'll tell you, you're probably making a lot more money than you were doing radio.
That's a given.
And you're probably not having to deal with all the a-holes that inhabit the radio business.
Now, my thing, why I never, radio's awesome, but it's very transient. That was my exit. I wanted the stability of something else.
Yes, very much so. Now, Damon, before we get rolling here, how do people find you online, social media, websites, all these things?
Sure, yeah, thanks. So I'm mostly active on LinkedIn, a little bit on Facebook as well. I'm not on TikTok, so you won't find me there. And then I just wrote a book about SEO, what we're talking about, and I'm doing free copies at freeseobook.com.
Fantastic. Now, Damon, how did you get into this field of SEO and all these things?
Well, why don't I kind of give a quick explanation of what SEO is for listeners that might not understand. It stands for Search Engine Optimization. So the goal is to get your business or website to show up higher on Google, but without paying for ads. So my journey kind of started as a hobby, and I used to be a big car enthusiast 15, 20 years ago. So I actually started a hobby site, and it kind of took off, and I said, well, how do I get better at this? And then I got better at it, and then I said, how do I monetize this? And so I got into monetization, and then I made a website about The Bachelor because my wife was watching it one night and made a bunch of money on that, and I said, I think I'm onto something, and kind of stuck with it since then.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. Damon Burton with us today. He joins us live. Check out DamonBurton.com for more information. And so you have got a heck of a background here. Now, you mentioned that the website you built, you made a little bit of money. Break it down for us. How did all that happen for you just by building a website?
The kind of fun one with The Bachelor was my wife was watching The Bachelor, and it's kind of like the Super Bowl for me. I don't really watch a lot of football, but you get reeled into the Super Bowl. And then it was like the same thing with The Bachelor. I don't really watch it. My wife reeled me in, and they were talking about it was a season finale, and they said who the next guy was going to be, and I said, I don't remember in the previous season finales them talking about that, so let me go see who this guy is. And I didn't really find a lot, and I said, well, if I'm not really into this guy so much, and I can't find much, but so many other people likely are, why don't I be the guy that makes the site about it? And so I hurried and knocked out a website in maybe 2 hours and did all my SEO stuff that I knew, and looked at it a couple days later. I put some ads on there, and $2,000 in my pocket, and this is when I was in my early 20s, and so that was definitely a nice little surprise payday.
Fantastic. Damon Burton with us today, expert, energetic marketer on sales without selling, and he's with us today here on our broadcast. And so you added $150K in sales in a year to your business just by sharing advice on social media. Can anyone else do this? Tell us about all this.
Yeah, anybody can, because just about anybody is an expert in something, and especially if you're a business owner or an entrepreneur. The big difference, especially now with the whole COVID thing going on, is people are wanting to stretch their dollar further.
Yes.
Or even if they haven't got hit as bad as other businesses, they want to make sure they get a good ROI, and they want to give that to somebody they trust. And so trust is at an all-time high right now. And when you can get online and showcase your passion behind whatever it is that you sell or offer, you're an expert at, then you stay top of mind. So whenever somebody needs your thing, you can't force the necessity of when they need that thing, but what you can do is stay top of mind and build trust with them, so when they do need your thing, then they just come straight to you. So when I added 150 grand, it was just by getting on and talking about SEO. And a lot of times these quote-unquote gurus that get online, they say, hey, I'm going to help you out. Here's all your answers, but go download my thing. And then they kind of funnel you into like a bait and switch or a lead magnet. Instead, what I do is I get on and I just give the answers, and I don't have a call to action, and I don't send them to my email list. But what I do is I establish that trust that brings down the sales walls. And then it just started building a huge referral base where people said, Damon's the SEO guy, or the listener is, the thing that you do, and people start sending business your way because those sales walls are gone. They build a relationship with you through the content that you freely give out.
That's fantastic. It is Damon Burton. He's with us today. He joins us today here on iHeartRadio and also AMFM, 247.com, TuneIn, iTunes, and, of course, 50-plus AMFM stations across the country and around the world. He's with us today talking a little bit about SEO and talking a little bit about some of the different things that he's involved in. And so how do you show up higher on Google without paying for these ads? Because I see this constantly. There's folks that are, we've had authors and all sorts of people on this program, and they spend countless amounts of money. How do you do it the other way?
There's some technical stuff that goes into it, so to not bore everybody on that side, I'm going to keep it high level. It primarily falls into two categories. So the first category is what you have done on your website, and the second category is what you've done externally to your website. So that first category, kind of put yourself in the position of an everyday user, and that's kind of how Google looks at it and says, well, most people don't like a slow website, so neither do we. Most people don't like a complicated website, so neither do we. So by having a really simplistic website with good call to action...
Uh-oh. We lost him. What happened? I think we lost our internet as well. I think we lost everything. We literally lost the internet. What in the world is going on here? Holy smokes. Okay, we are going to try this. We're going to try to reconnect. Let's do this. Let's try to reconnect and see what happens.
Thank you, Burton. The Utah sites.
Okay.
If you know your party's extension, you may dial it now.
We do not know
Otherwise,
the extension.
Let us connect you to a professional straight away.
Okay.
Hello, and thank you for calling SEO National and Utah sites. Sorry that we've missed your call. We look forward...
Okay, well, that's not going to work. Trying to call him back on the business line is not going to work. So, I don't know what we're doing at this stage.